Let's talk about Radar Footwear. At Radar, we believe in a truly hybrid style boot line. And what I mean when I say that is traditionally in water ski boots, you've had a hard shell or a rubber binding. And a hard shell has a fully rigid outer with a liner that goes into it that oftentimes has a dead space between the liner and that shell. Or you have a rubber boot, which gives you tons of connection around your foot, but doesn't quite have enough power when it comes time to roll that on edge. And so we believe in kind of blending the best of both of those into a footwear line that is all encompassing, from an elite vapor boot that's going to give you that immediate connection, that ultimate power to the edge of your ski, to our entry-level prime boot that is going to be very comfortable and very easy to get into. So let's start at the top with our vapor boot. So our vapor boot features an internal chassis that runs all the way through here, a rigid material that's going to give you that transfer of energy. That chassis is wrapped in Carbitex. Carbitex is a carbon fiber textile material that's going to fully form around your foot and have tons of energy transfer. It's going to give you that immediate connection to the edge of your ski. What fills that chassis and that Carbitex is an Intuition liner. Intuition is a heat moldable, customizable foam that's going to heat mold around your foot, eliminating any dead spots and giving you such a tight finish from where your foot is to where that chassis wraps around. Is going to give you that immediate reaction, that immediate connection to the edge of your ski. What ties all that together is a BOA dial down below. That BOA dial allows you to kind of customize your fit, dial in that fit, crank it down over your forefoot, which is going to give you that connection to the ski. And up top we have a bungee, crisscross, hook it in the eyelets, get it down nice and snug. And I say snug because too tight and you lose your ability to move fore and aft on your ski. So the bungee, while it also lets the liner come out of the boot, is giving you the ability to control where you are on your ski. So that's allowing you to move over your ski and have bunge in that bungee, so you're not making the ski dive or jump onto edge. You're allowing yourself to move your center of mass, your balance over your ski, and allowing you to move fore and aft without making your ski move too much underneath you. And that bungee, like I said, also allows the liner to come out of the boot. And you can see here that fully rigid chassis. And then you've got your heat moldable Intuition customizable liner there. Just below that in the range, we have our Pulse boot. Now the Pulse boot is a closed toe performance boot with a little bit more tamed down chassis. So this chassis not going to wrap quite as high up as the Vapor chassis does, but still going to give you a chassis that connects to the edge of the ski, rolling that all the way through. A thinned out PU outer is going to give you great transfer of energy, roll that through there. This boot is a little bit wider set, it does have a little bit thicker liner. Still utilizes an Intuition heat moldable liner, but a little bit wider platform and a little bit thicker liner gives a little bit more plush, comfortable fit through this Pulse boot. Pulse features a lace down below and a bungee up top, again for that fore-aft movement. Like I said, that Intuition heat moldable liner is removable now on that Pulse boot. New on this Pulse boot is a silicone heel panel. So we've changed this material on the back to a silicone, which increases that durability from ever cracking or ripping and gives you a little bit of mobility fore and aft. Both the Vapor and Pulse boot work with our aluminum plates, so they can be fronts or rears, or our carbon G10 sequence plates, which give you infinite forward and back adjustability there. The Pulse boot, like I said, a little bit wider, a little bit more comfortable. Comes in a 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13, 14. Where our Vapor boot comes in an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then 13, 14. So two awesome high-performance closed-toe boots, each with Intuition. The Vapor going to be a little bit more performance, and the Pulse going to be a little bit more comfort, but both awesome high-end closed-toe boot options there. Now, into our Vector boot. Our Vector boot, we overhauled a couple years ago to decrease the height, increase the volume, ultimately trying to achieve a boot that wraps around your foot, giving you that better connection to the edge of the ski. And that's exactly what we did. So we brought the height down just a little bit and increased the volume, added a toe loop on the tongue there, or a pull loop on the tongue, making it easier to get your foot in the boot. And then we have this BOA dial down below, letting you customize that fit, dial in that fit for peak performance there. And then your bungee up top. All Vector and Lyric boots feature this same silicone heel panel, again for increased durability and maximum performance there. Our Vector BOA going to be available on feather frame and aluminum plates. Vector boot. This boot features a new exoskeleton this year, our Wrap Tech, allowing some structure around that boot to give you that control over the edge of your ski. Features a nice orange hit, matches well with the 2021 range. This features those updates like we talked about with that decreased height, increased volume, pull loop on the tongue, making it easy to get into. Lace down below, bungee up top, updated silicone heel panel, available on feather frame. All right, Lyric boots. Lyric, we added the bow dial onto the Vector a few years back, and it's been nothing short of amazing. People definitely preferring the ease of that bow dial. So we added that into the Lyric boot last year and carried it this year. Updated colorway just to match that Lyric range. So bow dial down below, bungee up top, and available on feather frame and front and rear boots. Your Lyric, same cut lines as that Lyric boa, just with a traditional lace closure on the bottom with your bungee up top, and available front and rear on feather frame here. So 2 awesome Lyric boots, and very excited for how well they match. This got that Lyric pattern underneath the mesh there. This has that coral pattern that runs all the way through that women's range. Newly updated for 2021 is our Prime boot. So got a lace closure on the bottom here, that lace closure, just allowing you to kind of tighten around your forefront, getting it nice and snug there. Bungee up top, gives you that fore-aft movement. The Prime boot does feature our easiest boot to get into. So an oversized opening there, making this boot simple to get into, simply tighten it down with that bungee. And just an awesome entry-level boot here with that Prime. Features new updated silicone heel panel for 2021. Again, increasing that durability as well as that performance. So all new 2021 Prime with that lace down below, available on feather frame, front and rear boots. Something we introduced a few years back and has gone over amazingly well is an HRT or a hybrid rear toe plate. So an HRT by design is essentially a half a back boot. We take that, we kind of chop it at that 45. This kind of works 2 different ways. One, somebody that's using a double boot that wants a little bit more freedom, wants a little bit of mobility, but finds themselves pulling out of a rear toe plate. This gives you added control over a toe plate, but still with a little bit more freedom. And then for those that use a toe plate that want a little bit more power, this gives you that extra support and extra control without quite all the bulk of a back boot. So for anybody looking, go in either direction, this is kind of a happy middle ground. We have it with the boa dial or with the traditional lace. So 2 options, both available on feather frame. The boa also available in a size small and extra large on aluminum plates, as well as the standard being offered on the aluminum plate there as well. Now, rear toe plate time. We've got lots of rear toe plates, simply kind of to match every boot in our range. So at the highest end, you've got your adjustable rear toe plate with the boa dial on it. This available on a feather frame or aluminum plate. And then for our feather frame options, we've both got the Vector ARTP and then your just ARTP traditional. Both these feature a lace closure and are available on the feather frame chassis. New this year, we did update the footbed EVA. So we've got a new contoured footbed EVA, really cradles your foot in there, and really excited to offer this as well. Now our Lyric rear toe plates, simply matching our Lyric boot range. You've got your Lyric BOA ARTP, has that Lyric print with mesh over the top, available on feather frame with the boa dial, and then your traditional Lyric ARTP, matching that Lyric boot with a lace, available on feather frame. And then we also have rubber fitted rear toe plates, your traditional rubber over your forefoot. Comes in 3 different sizes, extra small, small, medium, large, and then extra large, double extra large. Those will all feature the new updated contoured footbed. So instead of having a flat EVA footbed on there, we're going to have this new contoured footbed on our rubber rear toe plates as well. And that's boots. Very excited for what we have, whether it be our new entry-level Prime or our top-of-the-line Vapor boot. We got a boot for everybody in here, and like I said, the best fitting, most performance boots out on the market. 2021 Radar boot range.